Welcome to the Note, I'm Mica. If you were curious where the heck all of those millions of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds players are coming from, it looks like we might finally have an answer. Steam spy Sergey Galyankin did some number crunching this week and figured out that a big chunk of the game's players are some of Counter-Strike GO's most hardcore players. He says that 55% of PUBG owners are CSGO players who spend 50% more time in the game than the average person, and now they play CSGO 30% less than before. He also says that the game is pulling from H1Z1's most loyal player base, no surprise there, along with Payday 2 and Left 4 Dead 2's least engaged players. So an interesting mix of who plays more and who plays less, all fighting for those chicken dinners. The Destiny 2 PC beta is finally live, several weeks after consoles got their chance to put Bungie's servers to the test. The beta launched yesterday with a few technical errors for a significant amount of players, but that hasn't stopped the game from already climbing the streaming charts. Several well-known PC streamers that never really streamed Destiny 1 contributed to those numbers, which saw Destiny 2 at one point leading League of Legends on Twitch. Bungie also released a trailer asking, what the heck is Destiny, for all you PC gamers who aren't up to speed. Don't worry, the rest of us are still asking the same question years later anyway. Where was the plot? We don't know. Gamescom might be over, but there are still more quality gaming shows coming throughout the rest of 2017. One of the next big events on the horizon, the Tokyo Game Show, which will be running September 21st through 24th. And ahead of the trade show, Sony has announced some of its plans with a special press conference taking place just a couple of days prior on September 19th. I'm wearing the right shirt for this today. We can probably expect lots of fun third-party announcements and, who knows, maybe a couple of big reveals. If anything, it'll be a nice place to get your Japanese gaming fix. South Park: Fractured But Whole is still a couple of months away, but that doesn't mean we can't be entertained by it already. The ESRB and other ratings boards have started posting their ratings of the game, and some of the descriptions are totally bananas. The ESRB says of the M-rated content, this game includes several instances of mature humor, racial humor, and sexual material. Characters are depicted urinating and defecating. One extended sequence in a strip club depicts character performing a lap dance while emitting flatulence. One scene depicts a towel character performing an obscure sex act on a man in an alley. Another scene shows a man watching security monitors and repeatedly reaching for lubrication behind his desk. All sequences are depicted in a cartoony and over-the-top manner. Well, someone had to definitely write all that. Good news is, despite the obscene content, it looks like the game will be released uncensored in Australia, so that's a win for all of you down under. Fractured But Whole will be out on October 17th. Remember when we all thought that Bethesda might be making a Game of Thrones game? Turns out, not so much. A supposed listing by the retailer Target for a Bethesda Game of Thrones game got everyone stoked, especially considering that Bethesda is known for making games like Skyrim. But Target spokesman put that rumor to rest, saying, "This is not a real product. We are sorry for any confusion." So that's a bummer, but it's not really all that surprising. The only piece of information corroborating it was a really sketchy rumor from E3 that never really panned out. So it's nice to lay that one to rest. But given how popular the show is, surely someone is working on a Game of Thrones game, right? The MIIVERSE, Nintendo's weird but adorable little social network, is sadly shutting down. Nintendo announced that the service that launched along with the Wii U will be ending on November 8th. You might remember seeing all those hand-drawn posts that popped up in some Wii U and 3DS games. Yeah, that was the MIIVERSE. While Splatoon 2 has a similar function, there will be no support for the MIIVERSE on the Switch, which is sad because some of those drawings were actually really good. Virtual reality is getting cheaper than ever these days. The Oculus Rift and the HTC Vive have already gotten big price cuts, and next up in the bargain wars is the PlayStation VR. Sony announced that it will add a PlayStation camera to its $399 core PSVR bundle, which was previously not included. And its $499 bundle, which includes a camera, 2 PlayStation Move controllers, and the minigame collection PlayStation Worlds, has been dropped to $499. Both will go on sale September 1st. Mario + Rabbids isn't the only high-profile game launching today. Ark Survival Evolved is finally out of early access and launching on Steam. The dinosaur training adventure game is launching with new content, including a new soundtrack, 2 new creatures, the Ragnarok free expansion DLC, and an actual storyline that includes an in-game boss. It's also getting a price hike too. The base game is now $60 after costing only $30 for years of early access. Still, it's a big day for the game, and the developers thanked the players and volunteers creators for their support in getting it here. Now get out there and tame some dinosaurs. Looks like all those leaks didn't hurt the ratings for Game of Thrones. Sunday's finale set yet another record for the show. It drew in 12.1 million viewers, which beat the previous all-time record set by episode 5 this season. And The Hollywood Reporter said that the show drew a total of 16.5 million viewers when combining live TV and streams during the night of the show. And while the season sadly is over, HBO has debuted a new behind-the-scenes show called The Game Revealed, featuring interviews with the cast and crew and giving us a glimpse at how all the magic is made. The first episode is up on YouTube right now, and there are a total of 7 planned for the season, with each airing on Mondays exclusively for HBO subscribers. An actor has stepped down from his role on the upcoming Hellboy reboot after concerns of whitewashing. Ed Skrein was cast as Major Ben Daimyo in the film, which caused some controversy due to a white actor playing the character of Asian heritage. Skrein said in a Twitter post that he's decided to resign from the film. He wrote, "It's clear that representing this character in a culturally accurate way holds significance for people, and that to neglect this responsibility would continue a worrying tendency to obscure ethnic minority stories and voices in the arts. I feel it is important to honor and respect that." The subject of whitewashing has been in the news in recent years after Emma Stone was cast as a Hawaiian woman in the Cameron Crowe movie Aloha, and Scarlett Johansson playing the lead role in a live-action version of Ghost in the Shell. In a statement to Deadline, producers Larry Gordon and Lloyd Levin said they will replace Skrein with an actor more consistent with the character. Well, that is all the news we have for you today, and for more news from this corner of the internet and that corner of the internet and every corner of the internet, remember to like this video, and if you're new around here, subscribe to the know. Steam spies surge a supposed listing by a retailer of The first episode is up on YouTube right now, and there are a total of 7 planned for the season, which Skrein? I think it's Skrein. It looks like Klein.